Hi Paul, thanks for inviting me to your channel. My name's Deady, I'm a Class 1 HGV driver.
Not afraid to bring it up. We laugh when times are rough. All of is enough to carry us through. You bring me roses on a Tuesday, kiss me at the red light. We both like to walk down in Shelby Park. You hold my head at bedtime. You know my favorite wine. This is why we work. Why it's you and I. In the middle of the day, you turn to me and say, come on, let's get away. Skip this town for a day. Get behind the wheel and drive. We don't care about the time with you by my side.
Good morning, you beautiful people, and welcome to another week. It's what day is it? Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday. Well, I know. Yeah, I'm sure it's Wednesday. I'm so positive it's Wednesday. Anyway, it's today. Whatever today is, it's today. And it's dull, it's overcast, a little bit of rain. I'm not happy. Asked me to wash his truck last night. Perfectly dry all day. And then called into our yard at Thirsk, Steve to wash my truck for me. And as soon as I pulled out, it started to rain. It's the first rain I've seen for weeks. I was not happy. Anyway, such is life. Such is life. Got down to, where'd I go? I went to a spot just outside Goole and Lodi last night, and forgot to change my shirt. My shirt's all mucky. Forgot to change it, but I'll change that in a bit. Just totally forgot to do it. So we're on our way down to a place just outside Bristol. I've got a lot of concrete drainage channels on. Well, a load. I've got 7 of them on. I've got 7 of those, and I've got 2 little boxes of like a sealant rubber thing. Ooh, pardon me. Burpee. So there's currently about 26, 27 ton on the trailer. That's put me at around about 42 tons, something like that. Certainly underweight. It's the first time I've been underweight for a while. So this week, what have we got for you this week? Ooh, well, we've got something I'm calling the COVID Diaries. I'll talk more to you about that later. The vlog itself's going to be short. It is going to be short. Well, for me, it's going to be short because I've got a little bit of something else to put in for you later, which I'll, like I say, I'll talk to you about that later. Yeah, I've got some really good stuff coming up for you over the next couple of weeks. Next 3 weeks, I've got something planned for each week. So yeah, it should be quite good. It should be quite interesting. So I'm currently on the M1 southbound. I'm just about to get off onto the A42. Go across the A42 onto the M42, pick up the M5, straight down to the M5 into Michael Wood Services just before we get to the M4. I've got a contact number. I've got to ring the guy because I've got to write wad of paperwork when I picked up the delivery notes with the instructions and do's and don'ts. You can't do this, you can't do that. I've got a poster I've got to put in my window and all sorts of stuff. It's bonkers. But yeah, I've got to ring this guy before I actually go to site. So I'm going to guess now that I won't be able to film while I'm in the site because it looks pretty anal, to be honest. It's I don't think it's going to be a possibility, but I'll certainly drive down there with you. So for now, I will love you and leave you. A nice short one. I don't think I've got anything else to tell you at this moment in time. And I will catch up with you. We might take you into Mikey Wood with me. We'll have another bit of a chat down there. And I'll speak to you soon, guys. Bye for now.
Going back to my old hometown, picking up the years I leave behind. Getting in my car, I drive as memories fly by. Driving by the fields I used to run through, where you were chasing me. We were riding out under the bleachers when no one could see. Oh, sweet memories of a town I loved, but oh, changed when you left. I keep on asking myself in my mind, were you the one that got away? Moved a few times but ended up in Nashville. Tried to settle my restless soul. Got a job that felt like forever when I met you. You made me happy, we danced through the night. Life was music and I was your wife. Time flies and the years went by. Still
Hi guys, well I'm at Michael Wood Services. Just had a 45, well 44, just about to go to 45. Spot to the site where I'm going, and it doesn't look too bad to get in, to be fair. I asked about filming, and of course we got the negative. I'll check that before I move. Apparently Laura O'Connell has just started following me on Instagram. Check out my Instagram, Facebook and Instagram, check them out. I do post a few bits and pieces on there for the week. I haven't posted this week yet. So we'll crack on. I'm really tired this morning. I had a good kip last night, but I'm really tired this morning. I don't understand why. You know what, look out, write that down. Got a problem with my tacho on the dash. It's not giving me proper information. It's getting looked at the weekend, so keep making notes. Keep making notes. When we get to the correct page, I'll do it. So 4 for that is 3. Yeah. Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted. I don't know why. Right, so we're going to crack on. We'll get to Mickey Wood. No, we're leaving Mickey Wood. Michael Wood Services. Oh man, some right ruts back there. Some ruts back there that hold on to trailer wheels. It feels like it's straining to get out, but it's just pulling out the holes. Wheels down low. So when I got here, I cleaned my mirrors. So obviously you can see the weather's changed. It's quite nice. Well, it's a little bit overcast, but at least it stopped raining. We've got 37 miles to go, 52 minutes. So I spoke to the site, and it's supposed to be easy enough to spot. He said it's going to come up on my right. I'll patch past Thatcher's, you know, the cider place, cider factory. I'll pass that, and then the site will come up on my right hand side. But I think I'm coming in from the other direction. Guess we'll find out. Can't be that hard to spot. But we'll find out when we get there. So right, a quick one. I got a message, in fact no, it was a comment on last week's video from James Marriott. And he was questioning driving hours. So rather than answer it in James's comment, I thought I'd answer it with you guys. Basically, what James is saying is, if you do your 2 allotted 10-hour drives, and then you can do a further 4 9-hour drives, that's 56 hours. Now, if you do that 2 weeks in a row, that's 112 hours. Now, we as truck drivers keep going on about a 90-hour fortnight. And James is saying, surely that's illegal, then if you're doing 112 hours. Well, the way it works is, he's right in what he's saying, we're allowed to do 2 10-hour drives, and then 4 9-hour drives. Add that all up, it does equal 56 hours. So you are allowed to do 56 hours in a week. However, it's a rolling fortnight. So if I do 56 hours in week 1, in week 2 I can only do 36 hours. Is that right? No, 34 hours. My maths have never been that good. Yeah, 34 hours. 56 and 34 is 90 hours. So that's your rolling fortnight. So that's the wife. I'll ring her back. Best ring her back soon because she starts work. Right, so yeah, as I was saying, 56 hours and 34 hours in week 2 is your 90 hours. So week 3, you take the 34 hours from the first week, from week 2, that becomes half of your second week. That makes sense. Yeah? So it's a rolling fortnight. So you take the hours from the week before, take that away from 90, that gives you your hours for this week. That makes sense. I'm sure it does. So if I was to do 45 hours this week driving, next week I could do a further 45 hours, which is 90 hours. That makes sense. Right. I think it does. I think it answers your question, James. Best ring the wife back, and I'll get back to you shortly. I'll speak to you in a bit. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Well, I apologise about that little interlude with the wife. But, yeah, I had to phone her back then because she was going to work. She starts work at 10, and it's now 10 o'clock. Well, 5 to 10. Well, the weather's changed. So much for it being nice and dry and pretty decent. I think it's going to be one of them days, isn't it? On and off all day. Anyway, we've got 2 3/4 miles to go. 6 minutes 50 seconds apparently. I did tell the site I was going to be there just after 10 o'clock, and I've got an ETA of 4 minutes past. I think that justifies us just after 10 o'clock, doesn't it? Quite happy with that. I've got a feeling when we get down here we need to turn onto the 638, I think it is, A638, through a little village, and a site comes up on my left hand side. But if you remember, I said, speaking to the guy on the site, he said to pass the Thatcher's factory and then turn right into the site. So I'm thinking I might have to go down and around and come back in from the other side. We'll find out when we get down here. I said 1.5 miles. We'll find out. Touchy down now, it's coming to national, so I'm getting up to 50. Right, a little bit of clarification on those driving hours. The 90 rolling fortnight. So this week's driving hours, right? I want to get this right so you guys totally understand me. This week's driving hours, add that to last week's driving hours, and that cannot go over 90 hours. So when you finished on a Friday, you cannot be over 90 hours. So when I start work next Monday, whatever driving hours I've done this week, I deduct that from 90, and that gives me what available hours I've got to drive next week. I think that's a little bit better way of describing it. Yeah, I think it is. We'll leave it there because I'm going to confuse myself otherwise. There are lots and lots of diagrams, drawings that explain it visually rather than me trying to talk about it, how to explain it. Plenty of them on interweb. I'll try and remember, copy and paste one and put it on the screen for you guys. I'll try and remember to do that. Yeah, half a mile. Once we turn, I think it's a bit of a fork in the road. I think it is from looking at maps. Onto the 368 it is, not 688. 368. We'll find out in a minute. Keep the speed down because it's only 30 miles an hour. We don't want to get a speeding ticket, do we? Got a lot of stuff on Facebook about speed cameras being out and catching people speeding. You know, and they've got better things to do, you know, through this virus. Well, it's their job to catch people speeding. So why aren't they out catching speeders? And you've probably noticed that there's some crazy driving around. Yeah, some of the cars that really are excessively speeding, especially on motorway. But the motorway has been so quiet. So I've got a low bridge. 1.25 miles ahead. So I need to use the A63 368. So it's to get a bit of nippy in it. Yeah, well, I'm not going to go up there anyway. Let's take this left just here. We'll go this way. So I expect the sight to come up on my left hand side down here. From what I've seen on maps, Google Earth and that. Obviously this is a temporary site as well, so it's not on Google Maps, it's not on Google Earth, it's not on Street View. But you'd like to think it was a decent size. It's a National Grid thing. This we'll find out shortly, won't we? So when I get here, obviously I'm not going to take you into site with me, so what I want you guys to do is spend the next 10 minutes watching 4 separate videos. I've had friends, colleagues, YouTubers record me a short video, and it's just their personal story about how this COVID-19 pandemic has affected them personally. I've put it together as a little bit of a montage for you. We've got a friend of my wife's, a good friend of mine, a fellow HGV driver and blood bike rider, and then a HGV driver and vlogger. So go check them out while I'm here getting tipped, wherever here is. Oh, that's looking good over there. So yeah, check it out and I'll get back to you after I've tipped and after you've watched it. So hope you enjoy. See you soon.
Hi, my name's Wendy. I run a small business called the Recycle Yard in Ossett. Normally my business is really busy. I have customers coming in all the time, packed out, but since the pandemic obviously I can't open. Lockdown says that we're not allowed to open. I've no help on rent. I've applied for funding from the government, all these lovely packages that they're offering, nothing. So I've had to adapt the way I'm working. So basically I've had to change the way I do things. I'm selling things online, posting things out. Thankfully I've got such amazing customers that I'm getting a lot of orders in and I'm just about surviving. I also work in a school part-time. I'm a key worker. And I'm having to go into school, and that is quite scary because the kids that are in there are either children that have parents that are key workers that are probably working frontline, and a lot of these kids, because they're so young, they just want cuddles, they want story time on your knee. It's hard, it's scary, but I think when something like this happens, you just have to adapt to the way you work, you live. Look at the positives, take everything positive out of it that you can and move on. Well, that's me. I'll get through this and I'll see you on the other side. Bye.
Hello there, I'm Sean Greensides. I'm a key worker and British hero, if you want to call us that. I've continued working through the lockdown of the COVID-19 virus pandemic. As you can see, this is the company I work for. I'm a hazard direct driver, collecting waste from chemists and local businesses up to Newcastle from Sheffield. How the COVID-19's changed my life. Right, so work. With it being quieter on the roads, I'm getting around a lot quicker. Life is brilliant on the roads. You've got professional drivers only on the roads, which means less accidents, less hold-ups. City centres are quieter. For me in the little van, I can get around pretty quick. Going into the stores that I go to, it's like parting of the waves. As soon as I walk through, people move to the sides and get out of my way, whereas before you'd have to basically push your way through. But the girls in the chemists are working fantastic, helping me out, letting me through, bring the boxes out to me when they're on full-blown lockdown. I've been wearing masks, gloves, PPE like you're supposed to. I would say supplied by Biffa, but the first week or two I brought my own stuff. Now they've got my gloves and all that. Working with that kind of PPE on, it makes things sweaty, it's uncomfortable, but it's something we have to do to keep alive. Just hoping that it can be over soon. Right, I'm an outdoorsy person. I love getting outdoors. My biggest joy is getting into my camper van and driving out to the Lake District or to Wales and jumping on the mountain bike and going up in the hills, around the trail centres, climbing a mountain, that kind of thing. Well, obviously on the lockdown, we can't do that, or I can't do that. There is people that are going out there breaking the rules and doing what the hell they want. It's not for me. I like to follow the rules because the sooner the better we follow the rules, the quicker it'll get over and done with. Yeah, so it's had a massive impact on me that way, psychologically, messing with my head. Everybody knows that when I get a bit stressed out, I jump in the van, the camper van, and just clear off for a couple of days. The weekends, I'm bored, I've got nothing to do. Just before the outbreak, about 4 weeks before, I started seeing a young lady, getting myself into another relationship. Wasn't supposed to happen, but it just dropped in nicely. We were still in the honeymoon period, you know, going out on dates and things, and it was lovely. And then the lockdown came. She works from home, I work out on van, so I haven't seen what you could say is my girlfriend for 4 weeks now. We talk on the phone, we video conference, you know, send stupid text messages and talk all night. It's hard work. Trying to keep a relationship, well, trying to make a relationship. You know, she's struggling with being at home all the time, not seeing human contact, only going out to the shops and things. It's hard. I can see how it's affecting her more than it's affecting me. Me, I'm just happy-go-lucky, whatever. But she's struggling quite a bit. Next thing, the worst thing about it is the family. My mum and dad are in full lockdown. They haven't been out of their house in 6 weeks and they're struggling. We're going and doing shopping, me and my sister. We're dropping them off shopping, which is cool. You know, back in the early days it was 8 drops and filling up my fridge, and now it's 8 drops filling up their fridge. My dad likes to be outdoors. They like to go to the caravan, they can't go, so the lockdown in their house but the community are all chipping in together. They're out on the front, obviously still quarantined in the gardens, and they're talking, getting on okay. When I go, I drop food parcels off at the gate and back off. I keep them well over 2 meters distance, but it's the not going and sitting with them, watching stupid junk on TV like we used to do, talking all night about just random things. It's that kind of thing that's hurting. Yeah, it's a bit of a thing, is this. It's showing you what the British people can be like. Now, I'd like to say that we're all proud people and we're all doing well and we're all putting our bit in, but we're not. We're not. You've got your key workers that are going out and working as butts off, going and doing the jobs. Then you've got the people that are at home, furloughed and all that, that are still working from home. And then you've got the people that just don't give a flying. We'll get through it. You know, the human race is pretty strong. Just hope we don't lose too many. You know, but let's just hear and hope this is a good enough video for you, Paul, and I haven't droned on too long. I hope you can hear me and all. Just thought I'd do it with the van, and yeah, stay safe out there, people. Yeah, good.
I'm Nick. I'm a car transport driver. I work for one of the large transport companies in the UK, but at the minute it's not classed as essential working, so we're furloughed. It's tough. Don't know when it's going to end, don't know how much we're going to earn, don't know if I'm going to be able to support my family, so just got to do what I can do, try and give a bit back. I'm a blood biker. I do blood biking in my spare time out there for free of charge for the NHS. They've got enough to do, let alone try and deliver blood and samples and everything that we do everything. But yeah, it's tough. I can't do that at the minute because I've had a little boy, so I've got to be careful of who I come into contact with because of his immune system. So yeah, it's tough, really is tough, but got to stay strong and stay together and stay indoors. Save the NHS. Keep up the good work, everyone.
Hi Paul, thanks for inviting me to your channel. My name's Deady, I'm a Class 1 HGV driver, and you've asked me how COVID-19 has affected me personally. Well, I work for a horticultural company. I deliver sand, topsoil, organic waste and compost, stuff like that. And at first I didn't think it was going to have any effect on me at all, apart from obviously reduced services and social distancing at petrol stations and whatnot. But other than that, you know, I live quite solitary in the confinement of my cab, my very small cab. But they decided after a couple of weeks that with the quarry shutting down near us back in Wigan, that they was going to have to close the firm down for a little bit. So I got furloughed for 4 weeks, which is not as bad as some people, but it's still not ideal. You know, most HGV drivers do this job because they like their own company, they like being on their own, they like being out on the open road and being their own boss. But I got furloughed, and then the missus brought COVID-19 home from work. She's an infection control nurse, so she brought it home and we both tested positive for it. Very, very mild symptoms. I had a tickly cough for 3 days. She had lost her sense of taste and smell, so we went into self-isolation for 2 weeks where we didn't go out, which is not ideal, but again, it's a lot better than a lot of people have had it. There was talk of us pulling supermarket trailers, but that never took off. But I'm back at work now. I am back at work. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. I've not seen my mum for about 6 weeks. She's severely asthmatic and she's a pharmacist technician. So she's isolated even while she's at work. They've given her her own little room that she dispenses medication from, passes the medication through a hatch. and then the pharmacist checks it, and that's it. She's locked in her own room with a surgical mask and a visor and wearing gloves. I've not seen my grandma and granddad for about 6 weeks, and I have not seen my children for 5 weeks because my ex has stopped me from seeing them, even though I've got a court order. She stopped me from seeing them, the reason being supposedly COVID-19. But still, I'm taking the positives from it. I am back at work and I love my job. I absolutely love it. Some people have had it a hell of a lot worse than me, and touch wood, up to now I've not lost any family members, so I think the effects on me have been quite minimal, to be honest. So yeah, I hope that answered your question. Thanks so much for inviting me on your channel, do appreciate it. Take care everyone, thanks a lot Paul, keep washing your hands and stay safe. Bye bye.
Hi guys. Well, that was a bit of an epic one. Time to get there, about 10 past 10, something like that. I got there 5 past 10. It's now 12:40. I've been on the road 5 minutes if that. So yeah, a couple of hours to tip, couple and a half. Hey ho, job done. It was in an horrible, and he's going to keep coming, so I guess I'll stop and wait for him then. How rude. You know, they've got the smaller wagons, yet they make me stop. It's rude drivers. Yeah, they've got smaller wagons. They could have quite easily got out of the way a lot easier than I could have. Hey ho. Yeah, the site I went to was literally up in the middle of nowhere. Come off the main road back there, turn left onto the site. I was correct in what I was thinking. The factory that I was told about was after. It was after the site, so he was assuming I was coming in from this direction. So I'm still going the same direction that I was, if that makes sense. Uh-oh. Yeah, so what do you think of the videos of my friends? I'll call them friends. Explaining how COVID-19, coronavirus, and all that pandemic lark has affected their lives. Yeah, stick a comment below. Let me know what you think of that, because I have got a few other people interested in doing it, recording for me. So if you enjoyed it and want to see some more, let me know, and I'll definitely put up a second lot. I'm speaking to a chap over in the States. I've got a chap from New Zealand already recorded one for me. So yeah, just let me know. But yeah, that site was, the recycling yard, and Deady's channel, links below. I'll stick them in the description below. And also for the donations for blood bikes, because the blood bikes is all voluntary. So, you know, there's donations and that. So I'll stick a link in the description for that if you fancy chucking them a few quid. That'd be much appreciated. But yeah, that site was, apparently it's for the power cabling coming out of Hinkley Point, which is a new nuclear power station being built down on the coast. All the pylons and that in that area are all getting removed, and all the cabling's going underground, and that's basically what these guys are doing. So it's probably a temporary road being put in, and it's probably about half a mile from the main road into the site to where we actually tipped. It was quite mucky, quite sloppy, not very pleasant, to be honest. I really didn't want to take my truck in there, but it's my job, innit? I have to do as I'm told. I have to take my truck where it needs to go. If I know I'm going to damage it, I'll take it. So we got in there. No issues, no traction issues, anything like that. It was easy enough. It was quite slow to tip because they were using the excavator to tip me. But like I say, job done. Now we're on our way to Wells. I can't say I've ever been to Wells before. I might have been through it. Oh look, we're just going into Somerset. Welcome to Somerset. Yeah, we're going to a place called Wells. It's just outside Wells, looking at the maps. And we're going to another precast concrete place. Never been before. No idea where I'm going yet. Not got the job through on my phone. Just got given a postcode. So we'll tootle on that way. See how we get on. I will be stopping at some point and getting some food, I know that. Well, I'm making myself a sandwich. Because I'm starving. Well, I'm not starving. Starving? I'm not starving, I'm just hungry. I'm far from starving. Right, we'll see how these roads are quite nice. We'll chuck up a bit of time lapse for you, and I'll leave you guys alone for a while. I'll get back to you in a bit. Probably not when I'm approaching the place that I'm loading, but I will speak to you in a bit. So take care, guys. Speak to you soon.
Oh, sweet memories of a town I loved, but changed when you left. I keep on asking myself in my mind, were you the one that got away? Went for the dream, but I got lost. This house I leave is nothing like us. Chased happiness, ended up on a one-way street. We're leading nowhere, that's why I leave. Past the creek where we used to swim, jump the fence before the summer begins, and getting cool in the summer heat with you, my sweet. Sitting in the back of your car, wishing for this road to take us far. Now I've been way too long, I'm going home. Oh, sweet memories of a town I love, but changed when you left. I keep on asking myself in my mind, were you the one that got away? Sweet memories of the town I love, but changed when you left.
Hi guys. Well, wow. What a place to get to that was. That was a pain in the posterior. And that's being polite. It's the middle of nowhere, down all sorts of B roads, A roads, and just no roads, and just middle of nowhere. And now we've got a roadie. I'm not fully freighted, but I have got quite a bit of weight on. We picked up more concrete, precast, and I'm heading up to Leeds. That's I'm not in Wells exactly. I'm just outside Wells. I put a clean shirt on. That was totally pointless. I'm absolutely filthy. The straps at the last drop just got caked in mud. And I had no choice but to use them again so I could get them washed. I normally just jet wash them, you know, if they're that bad, but I just haven't had the opportunity. There's a bit high there. So what do you think to that scenery? It was quite nice through those little villages. It was lovely, nice drive up. Bit twiddly, a bit tight, some psycho drivers. I come around the corner nice and steady and come head on with another truck coming the other way, about Mach 10. He wasn't slowing down at all. He's obviously a local, you know what I mean, he knows the roads. But I don't think he was expecting to see me, well, he wasn't obviously expecting to see me coming the other way. Ready to slam all on. Not quite, but you know what I mean. Whoa, slow it down. Exhaust brakes, ace. It's not the best in the world, but it's good and it sounds mint. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, well, I'll take this opportunity to ask you guys, if you've not already done so, to go subscribe, etc, etc. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you get notified when I upload, etc, etc. If you don't already know, it costs nothing to subscribe. All it means is you just get a notification when I upload next. So if you've enjoyed this and don't want to miss it, it's a perfect thing to do. Roughly 50-50 split between those subscribed and those non-subscribed that are viewing the channel. So there's about half of you not looking at not subscribed. So if you wouldn't mind, also make sure you check out my social media pages. I've got Facebook and Instagram, and I'm still after your selfie photos. Quick overview on that. I'm looking for you to take selfies of your family, whatever, as long as it's clean, and send them via either of the social media pages, or you can send them via the my business email address. I'll stick that below. It's witteringtrucker@gmail.com. Plan for that is then to do a photo montage, a photograph montage of all your mugshots. Just put some faces to names, if you know what I mean. I've got plenty in, so if you would like to send me some, I'm going to keep this going for another, this vlog, another 2 vlogs, and then the one after that will be the one that I put all the photographs up. So yeah, send. Seems strange, there's a park to his right. It's quite a big park as well. I know the kids wouldn't be at school now, would they? They'd finish at it's 3:30, so the kids would have finished for the day. That would have been heaving. It's weird, everything's so empty. It's just weird. Can't wait for it to get back to normal. If we ever get back to normal, what we call normal. Will it ever be the same? Don't know. Will life ever be the same as it used to be? I guess time will tell, won't it? Ready? The roundabout just down here. I need to turn right. It's not a very nice right turn. It's not bad. It's just straight downhill. It's not as bad as I was thinking it was going to be. Beam should wait. Let me around. So I've got right away. Somebody were pipping in. When somebody's pipping, it makes you wonder, is there something wrong? Is there something wrong with the load? Something come loose? Am I dragging something? I can't see anything. Everything looks good back there. Everything's fine, looks fine. Quite a nasty little left. We'll slow it down, make sure there's nothing coming the other way. And there isn't. We'll get back on the power. Good man. Transit's let me through. Very decent of him. Do need to stop sometime soon. Check the straps, make sure they're still tight. Because things like these have got a tendency to settle down. You know, when it's starting to vibrate and rattle around and bump around the road, they'll settle down and the straps will come loose. So it's always best get a few miles under your belt, 5 miles or so. and just get out and nip them back up. Well, check and make sure they don't need nipping back up, and nip them if they do. So we'll get down the road a bit and I'll do that. But the way they're flapping or not flapping tells me that they're tight anyway. I've got one that's a little bit loose, I think. Not dangerously loose, it's okay. Two gentlemen there walking on the outside, letting his missus on the inside. So it should be done. You fellas out there, two gentlemen, puts a wife or children on the inside. You always stand on the curbside. True gentleman. Or sign of a true gentleman. So right, I am going to leave you now. I'm going to call the vlog here. I'm going to toot on north, get a bit further, try and find myself some socks. Of all things. And I will thank each and every one of you for taking the time out to watch the video. I hope you enjoyed the COVID diaries. Like I say, make sure you leave me a message in the comments and let me know what you thought of them. All their contact details will be in the description below. Let me know if you want to see more of those, because I have got some more lined up. If you want to see them. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. The channel's growing steady, very, very steady. So I need you guys to make sure you hit that like button. I'm getting somewhere in the region of about 2,000 at least, 2,000 views on a video, and I'm only getting about 150, maybe 200 likes. So please, just hit that like button, give me a big thumbs up or thumbs down, either or. And it's all interaction with YouTube, gets me seen a bit easier, a bit quicker. And that's it. So, every one of you, ladies, gents, boys, girls, all those that are confused, thanks for riding along with me. And I will catch you next week when I've got something a little bit special for you to see. Rephrase that, I've got somebody special for you to see. Take care, guys. See you next week. Bye.
You made me happy, we danced through the night. Life was music and I was your wife. Time flies and the years went by. Still